Hey, beautiful beings, how are we all doing today? So it's a little bit grey and a little bit cold here in England, but I feel so excited because I've had this revelation which I'm really excited to share with you. So if you're ready, we're going to dive in to talk about John Lennon and Ascended Masters. So normally on a Sunday I bring through messages for the collective, and this time it's not me delivering the message but instead John Lennon. So this week I am good friends with a lady and John Lennon visits her frequently. He comes through to her in the middle of the night with various messages and to speak with her. And she has discovered that she has had a past life with him in another space and another time. But that is her story for her to speak with you with. This week, another lady who I know posted some channeled writing that she did from Joan of Arc. Now, John Lennon, okay, so bear with me, okay, so there are different ways that these ascended masters are coming through with us. So if you're feeling at the minute like you're alone and you're in this spiritual battle or spiritual war, whatever you want to call it, of this light against the dark, just do be aware and know that there are other beings out there who are supporting us on our journey and supporting us along our line of work, okay? So John Lennon is one of these people, and I spoke in an earlier video about how he was an ascended master in his time, and unfortunately the darkness and the corruption and everything else was still too much at that time, so he didn't get to live till for any longer. Anyway, we all choose our departure points, etc. Anyway, point is, I will get to it. So I spoke with Rachel earlier in the week about John Lennon, and then I switched the radio on and this chap was talking, the DJ, and literally after 5 minutes the first song that came on was a John Lennon song. And then the lady this author was talking about how she's written a book about John Lennon, and it's coming up to the anniversary of his death. And I was like, I never really knew that much about him apart from what sort of like Rachel had said to me, and you know, the little bit that I know around history, etc. But I do feel as if he's communicating with many people at this moment in time, and one of the ways that these ascended masters can do that is either through us channeling, where we're basically writing and allowing them to give us the words to pass on to the collective and to humanity. We can do it through talking, which I'm going to attempt to do, which is a little bit scary for me because I often channel the Pleiadians and everything else, but I've never actually tried to channel the spirit of someone who I've sort of know or don't know. Anyway, and then this morning I went onto Canva because myself and Rachel are creating an event for the 21st of December for the winter solstice, and on Canva often there's little quotes that come up underneath, and I never read the quotes, but this morning my attention was drawn to it, and it said, reality leaves a lot to the imagination, and it was a quote by John Lennon. So not only has my friend Rachel spoken to me about him, but then he has appeared via the radio in a song, and then this morning through Canva. Then often for me these beings come through when I'm either in the shower or when I'm doing yoga, because that's when my mind is at its stillest and the most quiet. And I just felt his presence, and I started laughing because I was a bit nervous, but also I said, you do look a bit like Jesus. And then he started laughing, and apparently that was the reason why the chap who killed him, because he'd been comparing himself to Jesus Christ. But he does actually look a bit like Jesus. And then I had another realization that actually Yoko Ono was his twin flame and supported him in the work that he did, etc. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So what I'm going to do is, and like I said, I've never done this before, so a little bit scary, but all for jumping out of your comfort zone, is just to ask him if there's some words that he would like to bring through to the collective about this moment in time. Okay, so let me just see what he wants to say. Okay. Okay, so the first bit does sound a little bit Jesus Christy like, but these are his words. So he says that peace will reign upon this earth in our lifetime. Okay, he's seeing the work that we are all doing in terms of raising our vibrations, raising our consciousness, and I feel like he's giving everyone like a round of applause, because he's like, well done, you know. He's saying that so he's saying it does feel similar to the 70s, but without necessarily our external freedom right now, but that will come in time. So we will claim back our freedoms as sovereign beings going forward. Okay, he's just saying that he did enjoy the time in the 70s, and he said, you know, whilst on the surface for most of them it did appear peace and love and light, there was still stuff going on for many people under the surface that they hadn't really understood or got to the nub of. I'm feeling so tight in my throat and my chest whilst I'm saying this, but I feel as if I feel as if they didn't really understand at the time the fact that there was still pain in a lot of these beings, and they weren't aware so much of the I want to say like the ancestral healing element that we maybe are more so now. So another thing that came to me this morning was like, in terms of our ancestors' pain, so we are not our ancestors' pain. So whatever has gone on with our parents, our grandparents, etc., that's not for us to carry within us. So he's very much so he's feeling excited that this book is coming out about him. I can't remember the lady who wrote the book, but he's saying that it's like a resurgence of people who had listened to his songs. So he's giving to me stuff too quick now. I feel like with the coming out of the book, there's going to be people who want to listen to his songs again, who never really grew up with them. So I very much grew up listening to the Beatles and John Lennon, but there is going to be another generation which are going to be introduced to his music, which I feel, so he's very excited about the fact that his songs are going to come up again. Oh, bless him. So he's feeling as if, like, as well, he wants more people to download his songs in terms of raising that vibration as well, and the frequency. And he's like, imagine if, I'll tell you my story about Imagine later, but he's like, imagine if one of his songs could get to #1 in that week leading up to the Christmas. So if everyone started to download it, because he's saying that the songs that he wrote were channeled, so they were coming from a higher source. They weren't something that was coming from his brain and his logic. He was channeling, and that's why the songs feel so special. Okay, I'll share with you my Imagine story shortly, but I feel as if he's bringing in these lights, and he's wanting people to listen to his music again, which will support the collective in raising the frequency, etc. Let me just see if there's anything else. The words he's just saying is like, he is accessible to all. So with the likes of, how Joan of Arc has come through to another lady that I know on Facebook, and, Princess Diana's come through to many people, etc. It's like these ascended masters are all available to all of us at any time. So we can set the intention that we would like to speak with them, and if they are willing to then come through, we can help share their words and share their wisdom with the collective to support others as well. And it's like they're bringing their light to us as well. So because they've been on this earth, and they've lived true to their purpose, it's like they understand the word he's using is humanness. So they understand the challenges that we face, and what it's like to live on planet Earth. So they're very much around us, supporting us through this process and through this ascension. And I feel like many more of us are going to be communicating with people like John Lennon, Joan of Arc, with these ascended masters, they're coming in, they're bringing their energies, and it's like they're bringing their energies of peace and strength as well, and bravery and courage. There's so many values that they have, and it's like, it's as if they're standing behind us, you know, as light workers, as empaths, or anyone who's doing any energy healing or meditating, or anyone who knows what we're going through. It's as if they're standing behind us and just sort of like slowly, you know, like holding us, like, we've got you, you can do this. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else that he wants to bring through. Oh, he's like, play more music. I don't know if that's just for me in general or for everyone, but play more music, he wants. And get creative as well. Okay. I feel as if like he stayed true, and I don't know this, but I just feel as if he stayed true to his purpose and to his being and his values, even in a space and time where he could see it being manipulated. Yeah, that's the feeling that I get. And I feel as if, yeah, I feel as if he maybe had some words with some people as well, like everyone does, do you know what I mean, like discussions, if you like, or disagreements, but yeah, okay. But I feel that's just the feeling that I get, and I feel like, you know, he fulfilled his purpose on this earth, as did the likes of some of the other people I've channeled, as did Princess Diana, as did Martin Luther King, as did Abraham Lincoln, etc. And he fulfilled his purpose, but it's like he's like, I can be of greater assistance now to everyone through their ascension at this time. So okay, so if you start seeing or hearing songs, yeah, by John Lennon constantly, you know, then just be aware that his energy may be around you, and if you want to communicate with them, you know, you can ask them questions, you can speak to them, they can hear you, okay? Even if you can't always hear a response back, know that they are there, they are speaking to you, they are working with you. I'm so excited, honestly. I'm just like, I feel a bit like a teenage girl, because when I'm meeting these people in spirit, I'm a bit giddy, and I'm a bit like, oh my god, it's quite awesome, because I would never have had the chance to meet John Lennon in person, George Michael, Princess Diana, if I wasn't doing what I do and following my heart and surrendering and everything else. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a little bit excited. So yeah, anyway, if you've had any dealings yourself, if you've met John Lennon in spirit, you know, if anything's coming through to you and you're like, oh my god, yeah, you know, I heard this, then I heard that, then I saw this, yeah, these are all ways that the universe, that these beings are communicating with us, yeah, through songs, through words, through the radio. So just be mindful of what you're reading and what you're seeing and what you're listening to, because there will be a message for you in that, yeah. And it might be a person who's coming through, it might be a grandma, it might be a granddad, you know, it might be your Auntie Edna, it could be John Lennon, it could be Princess Diana. You just don't know who is wanting to communicate with you. So just take note of the signs, and if you feel you want to sit down and ask for some more information, you know, you can sit, put yourself into a place of meditation and ask questions, yeah? Ask if they want to bring a message through for you. But take notice, okay? Because they are trying to get our attention right now as we head closer to ascension. Okay then, guys, I will leave that with you. So it's not really a reading for this week, but it's definitely a message for the collective. If you have enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe and share my channel, because the more people I hear these beautiful messages, I feel the better. So thank you for following, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, and thank you for subscribing. I am doing a couple of really awesome interviews over the next couple of days, so I'll be uploading those as well, one tomorrow and one on Tuesday as well. The interviews that I'm doing feel a little bit different. So we've had the spiritual journey, where I've spoken to people going through their spiritual journeys and are now helping others. The one I'm doing tomorrow is with Stephen Strong, who has spent time with Aboriginal elders. He's written 5 books, and we're going to be talking about the importance of the 21st of December from the Aboriginal elders' point of view and from Stephen's point of view. And then on Tuesday, I'm speaking with a chap called Greg Paul, who also has his own YouTube channel on here, and he very much talks about being a sovereign being. I love his story. It's really exciting. So if there's someone you want me to speak to, someone you want me to interview, someone who's got an amazing story that you think, you know what, Lindsay, you really need to speak to this guy, let me know in the comments as well, and I will do my utmost to ask them if they would be willing to come on and speak with me. Or if you know someone, do connect me. Okay, I'll shut up now. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.